Today we're going to be looking at solving systems of equations by using substitution. So solving a system using substitution, we are replacing one variable with an equivalent expression containing the other variable. Then we create a one variable equation that we can solve and then find both of our missing variables. So let's look at our first example. So here I want an equation by myself, so I know y equals 4x minus 8. So I am going to substitute 4x minus 8 in for my y in my second equation. So when I substitute in, I have 4x minus 8 equals 2x plus 10. So we went from having two variables in both of our equations to now we only have one variable. So now we can solve. So I'm going to subtract 2x to both sides of the equal sign. 4x minus 2x is 2x minus 8 equals 2x minus 2x is 0 equals 10. So I'm going to add 8 to both sides of the equal sign. So 2x, negative 8 plus 8 is 0. 10 plus 8 is 18. Divide both sides by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1, so x equals 9. Once we find our first variable, let's go and rewrite our top equation, so y equals 4x minus 8. We know what x equals 9. So I'm going to substitute 9 in for my x and solve. 4 times 9 is 36. 36 minus 8 is 28. So our final solution is 9 and 28. So let's take a look at our second example. I know x equals 6y minus 4. So I'm going to substitute in 6y minus 4 for my x. So 6y minus 4 equals negative 2y plus 28. So I went from having two variables in both of my equations to now there's only one variable in the equation. So I'm going to add 2y to both sides of the equal sign. So 6y plus 2y is 8y minus 4. Negative 2y plus 2y is 0. 28. So we add 4 to both sides of the equal sign. 8y, negative 4 plus 4 is 0. 28 plus 4 is 32. So we divide both sides by 8. Y equals 4. So now to find our second variable, we take top equation that we circled, x equals 6y minus 4. I know what y is, I just solved for it, so I'm going to substitute 4 in for my y. So 6 times 4 is 24. 24 minus 4 is 20. So our final solution is 20 and 4. So let's look at something that looks a little bit different, but we're still using substitution. So here I have y all by itself, so I'm going to substitute and replace my y value. So I'm going to take my x minus 2 and replace and substitute in for my y. So to rewrite my bottom equation, I have 2x plus 2, but instead of my y, I'm substituting in x minus 2, and it equals 4. So I went from having two variables in both of my equations to now I only have one variable. So now we need to distribute, so 2 times x is 2x. 2 times a negative 2 is a negative 4, and it equals 4. I have 2x plus 2x, they are like terms, they're on the same side of the equal sign, so I add what I see. 2x plus 2x is 4x, minus 4 equals 4. So now we add 4 to both sides of the equal sign. Negative 4 plus 4 is 0, 4 plus 4 is 8. So our last step would be to divide both sides by 4, so x equals 2. So from here I'm going to rewrite the problem I circled, so y equals x minus 2. I know what x equals, that's what I solved for, so I'm going to substitute it in for my x, so y equals 2 minus 2. Y minus 2 is 0, so my solution is 2, 0. Let's take a look at our next one. We're going to rewrite this and we're going to write y equals negative 2x plus 9. Right now we're not going to worry about writing them into slope-intercept form. So my variable y is by itself, so I'm going to say y equals negative 2x plus 9. I'm replacing my y value, so that means I have 7x minus 8, but I'm substituting in negative 2x plus 9, and for my y equals 112. So once again, I had two variables in each of my equations, and now I only have one. So now we can distribute negative 8 times a negative 2x is a positive 16x. Negative 8 times by 9 is negative 72 equals 112. Combine our like terms, so we have 7x plus 16x, which is 23x, minus 72 equals 112. Add 72 to both sides of the equal sign. So 23x, negative 72 plus 72 is 0. 112 plus 72 is 184. Divide both sides by 23. 23 divided by 23 is a 1, so we're left with 1x. 184 divided by 23 is 8. So our last step is we need to solve for the value of y. So I'm going to take the equation I circled, so y equals negative 2x plus 9. I know what x equals, that's what we just solved for. So I'm going to substitute in my 8 for my x. So y equals negative 2 times 8 plus 9. Y equals negative 2 times 8 is negative 16. And negative 16 plus 9 is a negative 7. So our solution is 8, negative 7.